hall was buzzing. Reporters crowded the venue. Flashes from cameras painted the stage in bursts of light, and fans at home clung to their screens with bated breath. Soo Hyun and Kim Ji-won had attended countless events before, premieres, interviews, and fan meetings. But this one felt different. Maybe it was the way Soo Hyun walked beside Ji-won, just half a step slower, as if making sure she never stumbled. Maybe it was the way Ji-won's dress shimmered under the lights, matched perfectly by the quiet elegance of Soo Hyun's suit. Or maybe, deep down, fans just knew they were about to witness a moment that would change everything. As the evening unfolded, the two stars took their seats near the front row. The cameras panned across the audience, catching smiles, nods, and whispers. But whenever the lens lingered on Soo Hyun and Ji-won, the energy shifted. There was comfort in the way they leaned toward each other to talk. There was joy in the way Ji-won laughed, soft, genuine, at something only he had said. And there was undeniable pride in the way Soo Hyun looked at her, as if no spotlight in the world could outshine her presence. The event continued, award after award, speech after speech. And then, when no one expected it, came the moment. A well-known host called them to the stage, inviting both Soo Hyun and Ji-won to share a few words about their recent drama together, which had broken records and captured millions of hearts across Asia. They rose together, applause following their every step. Ji-won adjusted her microphone, smiled at the audience, and began to thank the cast, the crew, and the fans who had poured endless love into their project. Her words were graceful, heartfelt, and warm. Then it was Soo Hyun's turn. His voice was steady, confident, carrying that unique calmness that always captivated audiences. But just when fans thought the segment was wrapping up, Ji-won leaned toward the microphone again, turned slightly toward Soo Hyun, and with a playful smile said the words that would shake the internet. "Of course, none of this would have been possible without my husband here." The hall gasped. For a second, there was silence. A silence so sharp you could hear the collective intake of breath. And then, the crowd erupted. Screams, cheers, and applause filled the venue as Soo Hyun blinked in surprise, then broke into the widest smile fans had ever seen. The cameras zoomed in. Ji-won's cheeks flushed pink, but she didn't take it back. She simply laughed, covering her mouth for a moment before lowering her hand. "My wife," Soo Hyun repeated softly, his voice caught by the mic. The audience went wild again. It was playful, yes. It was teasing, yes. But it was also something more, because in that single moment, Kim Ji-won had said out loud what millions of fans had been dreaming of. Social media exploded. Clips of the exchange spread like wildfire. Kim Ji-won just called Kim Soo Hyun her husband. "Did I hear that right?" One fan tweeted. Another wrote, "The way he smiled. He didn't even deny it." Within minutes, hashtags trended worldwide. Hashtag Kim Soo Hyun. Hashtag Kim Ji-won. Hashtag husband and wife. Hashtag best couple ever. Fan edits filled timelines. Slow-motion replays of Soo Hyun's smile, Ji-won's blush, and the exact moment the word husband left her lips looped endlessly. Some fans cried tears of joy, others screamed into their pillows, and some simply stared at their phones, unable to process what they had just seen. Meanwhile, backstage, sources whispered about the pair's undeniable closeness. Staff members reported seeing Soo Hyun gently holding Ji-won's hand as they walked off stage. Others caught glimpses of him carrying her clutch bag for her, casually, as though it was second nature. And then came another leaked video. This time, it wasn't from the press, but from a staff member's phone. It showed Ji-won lightly nudging Soo Hyun, laughing at his reaction, and him quietly leaning down to whisper something in her ear. Her reaction, a radiant laugh, followed by the softest, most tender look. A look fans had never seen her give anyone else. That look alone was enough to set the internet ablaze again. Analysts and entertainment reporters began speculating endlessly. Was this a slip of the tongue? Was it a joke between two close friends? Or was it, finally, the confirmation fans had been waiting for? One article read, "Kim Ji-won's playful husband comment may have been off script, But Kim Soo Hyun's reaction proves one thing: their bond is real. Another headline boldly declared, "Not acting anymore. Kim Ji-won and Kim Soo Hyun's relationship feels official." For fans, the label didn't matter. What mattered was how natural it felt. Because there's something different about the way Kim Ji-won and Kim Soo Hyun interact. It's not forced. It's not performative. It's effortless. From the very beginning, their chemistry had been undeniable. On screen, they captured the kind of love story that made viewers believe in destiny. Off-screen, their small gestures, the shared glances, the quiet laughter, told a story of their own. And now, with one word, Ji-won had blurred the line between fiction and reality forever. The fandom community began calling it the wife moment. Some even said it rivaled iconic moments in K-drama history. Fan theories emerged overnight. Maybe they're already secretly married. Maybe it's their way of telling us without really telling us. Or maybe she just said the truth. No matter the theory, one thing was certain: the entire world was talking about them. Days later, both Soo Hyun and Ji-won remained quiet about the incident. No clarifications, no denials, no press statements. And that silence only made fans more convinced. Because sometimes, silence speaks louder than words. The award show was replayed countless times. Clips of the moment reached millions of views across platforms. Articles kept being published. Commentators kept dissecting every detail. But through all the noise, fans kept returning to one undeniable truth. Kim Ji-won had called Kim Soo Hyun her husband, and he had smiled like a man who didn't mind at all. The magic of that night wasn't just in the word husband. It was in the way she said it, playful, teasing, but with warmth. It was in the way he responded, not with denial, not with surprise, but with joy. And it was in the way they walked off stage afterward, closer than ever, as though they were walking into a future only they could see. For the fans, this wasn't just a headline. It was hope. It was love made visible. It was proof that sometimes the best romances aren't confined to dramas or movies. Sometimes, they unfold right before our eyes. And that night, when Kim Ji-won called Kim Soo Hyun her husband, millions of hearts around the world beat a little faster. Because whether it was a slip, a joke, or the truth, that one word changed everything.